Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa. No, this is the same session, and luckily, I think I'll be able to go through this smoothly talking, because right now my mom is trying to take a nap, so but luckily since we're reaching the trial, there's not much to really worry about in terms of this. So, yeah, last time we finished the last time we finished the investigation. Now we're heading to the trial. We found Kyoko and Hiro. Hiro's in the costume. Kyoko has some things that she isn't sharing because fucking trust issues. Oh boy. But yeah, we found some interesting things about Fumi and Taka that Makoto couldn't figure out because he tends to figure out everything out in the trial because that's where the big things happen. So yeah, now heading on to the trial. Let's start. Also, I said a deadly class trial in the last episode currently in the session. It is March 16th right now where I'm uploading this, or where I'm recording this, and overall, I'm here with overall I just I pressed one button and it took me to this picture. Anyways, so yeah, in case. So yeah, Sugar Hamburg. There is. Oh, there's only 17. Okay. Not much, I guess. Or I guess that's the fourth because it has a lot. Yeah, we have the E-handbook. Program watch. Yes, Hero's account. Robo Justice. Justice blueprints. Yes, Hero's message. Celeste's account. Glasses cleaning and recall off. Aquarium and bloodstain. Repository door. Spellless hammer. Fumi's glasses. Repository door. Dolly. Blue tarp. Monaco file number 3. Luckily about these trials is that I can eat my food at peace. And now we have some new skills to send. So I can't put both of these together because I guess of the overpowered that it is. But I can't. Oh wait, oh god. Yeah. Put on neural liberation. It's kind of sucks at that. But yeah, envious influence makes the influence gauge by 5, while that does 2. It's really good. Cool and composed, the usual. Neural liberation. Focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration and fever time. Effective during. Yeah, this is a really good one, which you get from Kyoko on the 3rd. Free time event. And after this, you can't. That's it, and you'll see why. That's it. So yeah, I think we're ready. Let's start. Now I get to eat my cheese stick.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Oh yeah, in case that things are going wrong.
Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I need to go back to the trial.
Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Alright,
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or for anything else? We have to make that clear.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second.
Yeah, those blueprints are kind of awkward, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
I wanna die.
The culprit.
It's not true. It's
Hiro, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No, that's wrong. Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
Not exactly.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
So, who was in the Robo Justice suit?
I got it!
I mean, it was Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
What?
Yeah.
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's...
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
I accidentally skipped his line.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The blue tarp.
I got it!
Yeah. Let's do one more thing.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
I keep skipping lines. It's like he stopped.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Did you check the tread marks on the bloodstain?
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Did you check the fucking bloodstain?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
Who said specifically the repository and the art room?
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Depicting on what is in like the third game, how many people do you think the main character has roasted? Wow, never had it sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the doll been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet-time battles. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet-time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom left of the screen, underneath the tempo market, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be to handle them. Now it'll cost you one bullet to destroy a single mark. Once you can't destroy any statements, no matter how locked on you are, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you have to press the tab key with the time marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function with the L and B buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of the flavor time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if you're actually set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, let's prove this bitch wrong. I've done very well with these on my first run.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Correct. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much? That's fine. Fuck her.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then...
The reason why we're pointing this out.
what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Well, look at how the body was moved. It'll be clear why the person in the suit could have done it. What does he mean by that? The Robo Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Yeah.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong! Gotta rule my pupils.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here, can't see my feet at all. Surprised you got him wearing this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
Not to mention, totally can't bend on the waist. It's pretty oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
The fact that you're the slowest thing ever.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
So there's no chance of because you can't take it off by yourself, right?
I got it!
Yeah.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option.
Don't worry, I was not
Remember-
checking the walkthrough. I only check the walkthrough if I'm extremely stumped. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help.
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing. There's a glass on the bag that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Really, really?
To be clear, whoever did
Really,
move the
really?
body,
Really,
couldn't have been
really?
Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Ugh.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? With Justice. That's why I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Why are you so adamant about it being
The
Hiro?
individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Alright, so I got an angle on the acute and the obtuse right there and right there.
Let's
I'm being
review
a
this series
jackass.
of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Oh, boy.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
Okay.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice.
Robo Man.
It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong?
As I said, I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
A blood-curdling scream.
Celeste, run!
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran up as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs so he had further down into the hallway.
Wait, I'm saying the wrong words.
I was blocking the stairs so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Unga! Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi's in the nurse's office. Despair, come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor, to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Wait!
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
And it's not that for him to
We
eat her.
rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are you hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
This is another thing I'm going to point out that, my god, this is so pointless. We already have information what we have, and I know it's to explain to really Kyoko in the end, because, you know, she was missing out on the action that was happening. And basically, yeah, it's to explain so that she can get a better, brighter idea of what's going on. Because all she really was there was for the 2 notes that she explained to Makoto's dumbass. And yeah, overall, that's really what that's basically what this is really about.
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Which is annoying for the people at home. Of course, it's...
I think that
Hold
about
on.
covers it.
Of course, it's a different story when if you like left off of the third trial and like you haven't played much, or like you like took like a week's break off, and if you need a reminder, then that's different, you know. Then it's useful. But if that was the case for the other cases, though, then what the fuck?
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradiction in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Monica Mama File 3.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Really?
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I think this
It's
is where we
true that
observe
Hifumi was killed with Justice
bullet.
Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
the Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order? Yeah. I think it's what order and numbering, but do I absorb it? Here, I'm gonna try this.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Hifumi was killed with
Justice Hammer. While Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I wasn't even checking the walkthrough there. Fucking hell. I felt proud of myself, too. Alright, we're gonna try the same thing.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
While Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I got it.
So,
Regarding I wonder if or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi
Oh.
See? So it's
Okay, I'm gonna
obvious
shoot
Taka
fast.
came after.
What? Oh. I think I woke you up on accident. I'm sorry.
so,
Regarding I wonder if or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
So I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the button to stop it in time.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came. So, I wonder if or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Was it the wrong button? It showed red for me. Let me check something. God damn it.
so,
Regarding Taka's, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice.
No.
Why was it showing red when I hit it? Like, what the fuck?
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Alright. Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah. What made me confused is that I went to check, I was like, wait, am I wrong on this? Cause like, what? Oh, I was so confused on that. Alright. Now, we're gonna continue this next time on Danganronpa, and we're probably gonna put, you know, we'll see what happens in this next moving forward from this trial. And yeah, once I'm done with this, I can enjoy the rest of my day. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see where this heads off to, and yeah, peace, peeps.